So the first thing I want to do today, I want to take a look at this deck. So this is my take on an Assassination Protocol list. It's nothing massively special, but there's a couple of spicy choices in it. So the whole idea is, and this is not my invention, you play Assassination Protocol with units that have really powerful damage triggers. So in this case, we're playing Thunderhorn. Where is he? Thunderhorn and Deceptibot. Thunderhorn, everyone will be familiar with. Deceptibot, if you haven't seen this combo, Deceptibot summons a non-Deceptibot card from your deck. So if you only have one mech in your deck, of one different kind, it will deterministically pull that. The biggest mech you can play, it happens to be silver, so we're playing 2 copies of this. I actually had to craft all these mechs for this deck, so I really hope it's good. Although I guess if not, I can always meme with this and Battletooth Leaper. So basically our idea is play a big 4-drop, cast Protocol on it, win the game. How do we get to that point? It was pretty difficult for me to put a curve together for this deck. I went with the stalwarts of, I put some healing in, because this is basically a mid-range deck, we aren't that fast. Cryptographer's really good with Reva, and, spoiler alert, Geomancer. Scroll Bandit is a 2-drop that can draw cards, carries Killing Edge really well, helps us cycle Midrange seals when they're not very good, or get early tempo swings in. Phoenix Fire is an obvious inclusion. Midrange is kind of like a backup protocol in that we can use this to play a minion out the way, and then teleport it into a position where it can do a bunch of damage if the opponent doesn't have a removal spell. Mind Cage Oni is a useful punish for said removal spells, as well as things like Plasma Storm. You know, the card is fine. Actually, it's pretty good against Plasma Storm because it transforms and doesn't die, I believe. Onyx Bear Seal, this is something we need, because we're playing a slower Songhai deck. And I'm also playing a copy of Thunderbomb, only one, mostly because slots. And this deck isn't running Crescent Spear, so I didn't want to go overboard on the spells. We have our 4/5s that combo with Protocol, and also happen to be good against, well positioned against Magmar, because they're 4/5s, which is relatively resilient to most of Magmar's interaction, compared to the majority of other creatures. 2 copies of Spelljammer to help with the card draw. We do have Oni and Bandit, but Spelljammer is much more reliable and less fragile. 2 copies of Geomancer, because Geomancer is a fantastic alternate win condition. Again, we don't have Crescent Spear, so it won't be as good as it normally is, but, you know, it's still a solid card. It's a decent mid-rangey body that gives us a nice long game plan. 2 Eternity Painter, this is why I'm only running 2 Onyx Bear Seal, because this card is like a much bigger, more powerful version. 2 silver, no Zendo for curve, and then the Spice slot, a 1 Ixun. This is my other source of card draw. This is also here for Protocol, but if you're running your opponent out of removal, because you play like a Thunderhorn and a Geomancer and then an Eternity Painter and your opponent's killing them, maybe you stick this. And it is quite difficult to get rid of. Against Magmar, they can only really Thumping Wave it if they're playing that, or Natural Selection it, which is relatively easy for Reva to play around with her 1/1s. So maybe we can get someone with this. If they need to kill it with damage, they have to attack it, which means we draw cards. Mostly it's just an excuse to play a sweet card before it rotates. So let's give that a try. I think I've just made gold. I played a few games the other day.